chain stakes are what we're going to go with now. We're cutting them, cutting these lengths 18 inches. So 18-inch lengths of chain. Back out there a little bit. We got the F&J, the Mighty S hooks. Those are going on, and then the original super stake ends. Getting away from the Wolfang. Here's the original Wolfang, which they're good stakes, but there's been some issues with driving them in real hard, rocky soil, bending them up. So the new stake end of choice is going to be the super stake. And chains, which the chains are going to drop down into the ground, into the trap bed, at the bottom of the trap bed, a lot better than the cables do. They always like to spring up, pop up. Number 2, what is it? Straight length select quality chain. And if you don't have one of these little J hook crimpers, S hook crimpers, get you one. They make better, more expensive ones, but this cheap little thing, it does a real good job. And it's pretty simple. Just get it on there, pinch it together, slide that. That together. So there you have it. Like I said, the next step is to add on this nut right here. Just welding that little nut on there, and we're going to hook a cable to that, and that's going to be our pulling cable. Alright, so we're using vice grips to hold the S hook, and then our ground hooked onto the vice grip. Going to weld this S hook shut. Next step, take this little nut, vice grip, clamp it on there, get our ground, there you have it. We'll wire brush it up, and it's ready for a cable. So we attached the cable onto our super stake, onto our welded nut with an annealed nut. Basically, it's just, you just make a loop, go back through the nut, and smash it with a hammer down onto itself. And that makes your loop here at this end, and then another one at this end. That makes your loop, and your entire pulling stake is a little bit shorter than what your actual chain stake is. So here we have the completed super stake with the chain attached, and here is our cable, pulling cable. And notice it's shorter than what the actual chain stake is. That's because a little bit of this is going to be going underground and staying out of the way for when we bed the trap. So let me kind of simulate what we're doing here. So first you get your trap bed, and then I always, underneath the trap bed, dig a little pocket right there like that for the chain to go into. Super stake, you get this driver sold separately, and it just slides right in there. And you just keep everything kind of lined up, get it started. And just about the time you see that pulling loop disappear, you're done. And you always want to set the super stake. When you do this, pull it sideways. And then what I like to do is kind of tuck that loop under, pack a little bit of mud on top of there, and then your chain folds right down into that hole underneath your trap, so you can bed your trap nice and solid without anything pushing up on it. And when it's time to pull it, you pull it up out of here, you locate your loop, and sometimes it needs to be popped up just a little bit. You can do that, and that flips your super stake back up. And you could probably almost pull this thing by hand, but I'm not going to show off my strength this morning. So I'm going to show you my stake puller here. I've got two different hooks on it for different leverage points, and it's about 5 foot long. So you just hook onto this, I'm doing that one-handed, and then if you need a little extra leverage, wrap it around, pull it again, and just like that, it's pulled it straight up out of the hole. As you can see, the chain is still in there. It pops right out nice and easy. Of course, right after you're done pulling, the thing's always packed full of mud. I carry this old drill bit, same size as the hole. And you just get in there while it's still nice and moist. Pull that up out of there, just like that. So after you get that spun around in there a few times, get yourself a nice clean super stake, and allows your driver to fit back in there nice. You don't want any mud or anything in there that's going to cause this tip to wedge in. Otherwise, it's going to want to pull back up out of the hole when you pull your stake out.